The small communities of Tul Sadai and Chantria lie to the east of Svay Rieng and could be described as typical rural Cambodian communities. The main income source is their rice fields, and the nearby lake, Lake Batu, also provides plenty of fresh fish. In 1986, the Royal Cambodian government built a road across the middle of the lake to reduce the travel time between Tul Sadai and Svay Rieng. The road which divided the lake also effectively became a dam, and in 1996-97 the government raised the height of the road and installed a bridge and water gate to hold the water in the western half of the lake. This created a dam. The dam worked very well for a number of years, and farmers could plant rice crops in both the rainy and dry seasons. Then, in 2006, the iron water gate was destroyed by the brackish water, and the water once again was lost during the dry season. Local farmers saw a big drop in their income but did not have enough money to repair the dam themselves. As a result, many started to migrate outside the province each year looking for work. Some took their children out of school to travel with them, and the school dropout rate increased. Clearly, this was a very worrying trend. In 2010, Wattanak Pheap staff who were working in the area heard about the problem. They approached UNDP, who then met with the local commune council and residents to discuss the issue. Wattanak Pheap submitted a funding application to UNDP for $50,000. This application not only requested money to build a dam wall, but also repair reservoirs and implement income-generating activities for villagers. Wattanak Pheap called the project Improve Water Resource Access and Management for Better Farming in Drought-Prone Communities, or IWRAM for short. Such was the importance of the project that community members from Svay Rieng, Tul Sadai, Chantria and Tray agreed to donate $1,195 to the project. In November 2010, the grant was approved, and Wattanak Pheap cooperated with the Provincial Department of Water Resource Management to carry out an environmental impact assessment of the project. UNDP then conducted vulnerability reduction assessment training. During this process, the local community was consulted to prioritise the problem and decide what should be done about it. Wattanak Pheap also set up 2 water use committees with 35 members who are trained to manage the water in both the dam and the rehabilitated reservoirs. Their job is also to liaise with farmers on the dry side of the dam to arrange release of water during the dry season. The water committees operate with the support of the local commune council, and this is a good example of a community working hand in hand with local government.
Tôi không biết tại sao công ty mai đi mà đào ý mà nên cho mọi học hai học từ thằng mai đi và đòi việc còn đánh ai phớ là biết là mua gì hàng kéo như chặt camera làm tắt hàng lưới như chặt camera bay tắt chúng riêng mọi thế nhá.
Wattanak Pheap and UNDP also work closely with Department of Water officers to obtain technical specifications for the new dam. 4 companies submitted bids to carry out the work, and a procurement committee then checked all the bids. Local company U Supplier was selected to build a concrete dam. Construction of the dam started in April 2011, and Department of Water officers, commune councils, Wattanak Pheap staff and water use committees monitored the work of the company to ensure that a good quality, functional dam was built. The dam not only met the agreed technical specifications, but it was built on time and within budget. The dam was completed in May. At the same time, Kim Savannah Company was selected to rehabilitate 2 reservoirs and build 1 new one. A community meeting was held to identify which reservoirs to work on. The main objective was to find out which existing ponds could be renovated to provide water to communities who were facing water shortages. Local people agreed to contribute by clearing vegetation and moving soil around the ponds. Once work started, Kim Savannah rehabilitated 2 20 by 20 metre reservoirs in Chantrea village and built 1 new 30 by 30 metre reservoir in Tulsadai village. Today, 83 families have access to clean water reservoirs. In addition, families received awareness training on water filtration and safe drinking water, making their community a much safer place to live. The project helped to improve the health of the lake and reservoirs by increasing fish stocks. This is already providing a more reliable food source for local people. A local ceremony was held to bless the occasion. The benefits of this project are easy to see. The amount of arable land available for growing rice in the dry season has increased from around 300 hectares to 1,129 hectares. The additional 829 hectares can now be used to harvest rice twice a year instead of once. % of families in Tulsadai and Chantrea communes are able to produce rice seed, and the dry season rice yield has increased by nearly 380%. This has resulted in dry season income increasing from $270,000 to $900,000 per year. In other words, an increase in dry season income from $41 per person to $138. 20 vulnerable families who already had a pond at home were helped to set up home gardens and develop fish raising ventures. The project provided over 1,000 small trees to villages, schools and pagodas. Many were planted along the roads to improve the biodiversity of the ecosystems, making the community more resilient to the effects of climate change. Children in local schools were also provided training to raise awareness about climate change. "76 farmers attended 2 training sessions with the Department of Agriculture to learn integrated farming techniques. Five groups were formed, and each group was given $100 to start a saving scheme. Bookkeeping training was provided to 20 people, so they had the skills needed to run the scheme efficiently. And the graduates were very proud of their achievements. 20 families were identified as model farmers, and 56 kilos of young fish were provided to these high achievers, including 2 widows. Coaching was provided on developing sustainable home gardens and fish rearing. The aim of Wattanak Pheap is to teach people new ways to adapt to climate change by increasing income generation and provide direct school support so that even the poorest families are able to send their children to school. So let's hear from Wattanak Pheap Director Heng Chang Tom for her opinion of what the project achieved.
We saw the IWRAM project as the good chance to implement with the local authority and the community in job opportunity and income generation. By improving the income, the community are less likely to migration outside the province and other countries to find other job, and their children are more likely to stay at school. The IWRAM project aims to help people adapt to the climate change, and this project we found that is successful and can be achieved the goal. Don't take my word for it. Please go to the community to see the real thing happen, or you can see the picture. Thank you.
Trong có cách thà trong mình thơ sông nào mình to được tiết là bây giờ thành Wattanak Pheap nâng có đâu UNDP đấy trong mắt ở quạt tui mình to được tiết là ấy đâu được hả ở tập kia vừa trong nhà cá có hàng thì họ được có lại tập sông thành có tra và thành ra tôi mất trong nó có ba lò nè trong tu quạt ở đây giờ ở cả bất thà nhóm đừng play nó ở quân quốc ông cả Wattanak Pheap nâng UNDP lúc lúc play lên mà nó đâu biết ở đây giờ mà vào phần bàn quát đấy mà mình miên bàn quát từ đất đây cùng tu lấy cái còn mình ai cài play vừa là cả sự kiện ở bàn tới sự kiện bàn nó thấy này mà cho cái này đấy tập tất cả đấy thà cái này rồi dân chính nó ai chỉnh từng phần đấy còn bà rồi tân đã được đọc trong nên tí tiết mạnh tại ốc bình nữa nhưng mà ta từ bây giờ là nhom trong thì nó có mạch vào sân trường Wattanak Pheap nơi mình chui con trâu không cắt bỏ không từ đây kia bật to tiết